Welcome everyone. We're discussing this chapter relation and function, and we already completed up to this function of this real variable or real value function or function of real variable. So today we will talk about some special functions. Its nature, its properties, and its graph. So let's start with types of function or the special functions with this constant function. Now, what is constant function? So if we just go through its definition, so what is the definition? Definition of it is if k is a fixed real number, then a function f of x given by f of x is equals to k. For all x belongs to R, we will call this is a constant function. And if we want to draw the graph, so it will be look like that. So this is the graph of this constant function, and this distance should be k. This is x-axis, x dash, this is y-axis, y dash, and this is the origin, and this distance is k. So what is this point? This point is 0, k. And if x is equals to k, this function is given by this green line. Okay, so this type of function we will call this is a constant function. Maybe k is 2, 3, 2.3, something, any value it can take, but it will be a particular value for all x belongs to this set of real number. For all x, fx will be the same. That is, maybe it will be 2, 3, 2.3, 4.3, 100, 200, whatever the value we will take as k. So fx will be k for all x belongs to the set of real number. So this is called constant functions. So next category is identity function. Now what is identity function? So first discuss its definition. What is the definition? The function that associates each real numbers to itself is called this identity function. That is, f of x is equals to x. This type of function we will call this is an identity function, and we generally represent the identity function by I. So f of x is equals to x or I of x is equals to x, whatever value you need to take. So if we take x is 0, then what is f of 0? 0. If we take x is equals to 1, what is f of 1? Is 1. If we take x is equals to minus 1, so what is f of minus 1? This is minus 1 only. Now if we just draw the graph, so it will be look like that. This is x-axis, x dash, y-axis, y dash, and this is the origin. And if we draw the graph, it will look like that. For 1, here is the value is 1. For minus 1, the value is minus 1, and so like that. This is the graph of f of x is equals to x, and in generally we denote this identity function by I. Identity, from this identity, the first letter we will choose, that is I, and so I of x is equals to x is called the identity function. So moving to this next category, this is modulus function. Now we already use some mod functions and some properties of this mod functions. Now let's talk about what is mod function. Now if we will go through this definition, so what is the definition? The function fx defined by f of x is equal to mod x. For x greater than equal to 0, it is x. For x less than equals to 0, it is minus x. So this we will call this is a modulus function. Okay, so modulus function, either it will be f of x is equals to x or f of x is equals to minus x. Now just function, this mod function, we can divide this function into 2 parts, or you can divide into 3 parts. For x equals to 0, f of 0 is 0. But here I am dividing into 2 parts, that is more easy. For x greater than equal to 0, if x is 0 or just positive real number, so fx is equals to x, this is first part of this modulus function, and the second part is defining y for x less than equals to 0. X is if f of x is minus x. This is the second part. Now if we draw the curve, so it will look like that. This is x-axis, so mark it x dash, and y dash. This is the origin O, and this is y is equals to x and y is equals to minus x, and this is O. That is, for x equals to 0, the function is also 0. So this is the modulus function. Okay, now it has some properties. What is the properties? Addition and subtraction, like operation on this mod function. How we will define the operation? First of all, mod x is less than or equal to some quantity. Suppose take a. What do you mean by this one? This means minus a less than equals to x less than equals to a. That is, x belongs to in between minus a to a. Similarly, if this mod of x is greater than equal to a, so what do you mean by this one? This means x is less than equals to minus a, means x is smaller than minus a, or it will be greater than a. Means except this interval minus a to a, except this open interval, all the elements we will consider as x. Okay, so next, moving to this third point, similar thing we can define for less than and greater than sign, as we are defining less than equal to or greater than equal to. Now, mod of x plus y. What is this? This is equals to mod x plus mod y. Now, what does it mean by this one? If mod of x plus y is equals to mod x plus mod y, that means either x is greater than equals to 0 and this y is greater than equals to 0, or x less than 0 and y less than 0. Okay, either both are less than 0 or both are greater than equal to 0. And same thing happened for mod of x minus y is equal to mod x minus mod y. Okay, in generally we define this addition, that is mod of x plus or minus y. We generally define this value as less than equal to mod x plus mod y. Okay, and another definition is mod of x plus minus y. For plus also, for minus also, we can define this one as mod of mod x minus mod of mod y. You can prove these properties also. This is from the higher class. So just know the property. It will helpful for solving some MCQ type questions. But you don't have this proved right now. This is in higher class. So these are the properties for the mod function. So next type is this signum function. Now what is signum function? So first let's check its definition. The function if defined by f of x is equal to mod x by x for x not equals to 0 and 0 for x equals to 0. Now this thing again I can divide, since mod function is there, so we can divide this mod function, that is mod x is equals to minus x for x greater than x less than 0 and x for x greater than 0. Since x equals to 0, it is 0, so I'm not taking this part. So mod x is equals to minus x for x less than 0. So what is for x less than 0? So what is mod x upon x? This is what? Minus 1. So for x less than 0, this is minus 1. And for x greater than 0, what is mod x upon x? So this is 1 since x by x is 1. So for x greater than 0, it is 1. And for x equals to 0, it is 0. Okay, so the function we can define for every value of x that is greater than 0, the functional value is 1. And for every value of x which is less than 0, for the functional value is minus 1. And for at x equals to 0, the function is 0. The functional value is 0. So we will call this type of function, means this function we will call the signum function. Okay, so if we talk about its graph, so it will look like for x equals to 0, it will be 0, and for positive real number, it will be plus 1, that means this line, and for negative real number, it will be minus 1. So for all the values of this, all the negative values for x, that is real values for x, it will be minus 1, and for all the positive values, positive real values for x, it will be plus 1. Okay, so this is the graph of this signum function. Okay, so if we want to talk about its domain and range, so what is its domain? Its domain is what? Our domain of this function f is the set of real number. Since it will take all the real numbers, it is defined for all the real numbers. Okay, and what is the range of it? Range of the function f. What is the range? So in this range, only you will find these three elements. That is, either it will be 1, 0 or minus 1. So very, very important thing for this signum function, its domain and range. Its domain is given by the set of real number and its range is given by 1, 0 and minus 1 by these three elements. Okay. So next type is greatest integer function. Now what is greatest integer function? Or we can say this is box x. So let us define this one. That is the function f from R to R, that is defining from set of real number to real number, and we can define the function as fx is equal to third bracket of x, or we can say the box x is called this greatest integer function. Now, what do you mean by this box x? Box x means if this value of x is given this 2.09. So it will take just the previous integer value. That means previous integer value is 2. Okay. Now if it is 0.19. So what is the previous integer value? 0. Okay. Now if we take minus 7.45, what is its previous integer value? This is minus 8. So box of x means the previous integer value, or it will be equal to this integer value. If x is integer, if this is 3 is given, so its value will be 3. Okay. So this is called this box x, or this greatest integer function. That is, it will take the values, either it will be an integer or less than this x. Integer value less than or equal to x. You can say this box x is the greatest integer less than or equal to x. This is the box x means. Greatest integer less than or equal to x. This is the box x. Now let us check this graph of it. So for 0, box 0 is 0, right? But for box 1, it is 1. So look at here. For box 1, the value is 1. But before 1, all the value is 0. Before 0, all the value is minus 1. And after 1, all the value will be 1. And at 2, it will be 2. Okay, so this is the box function. So write it down. This is y dash, and this is the origin O. So this is the box function. Now, addition and subtraction of this box x and plus of minus box x. What is the value? So this value is given by either it will be -1 or 0. How? When it will be -1? Since if x does not belongs to the set of integer, so it will be -1, and if x is belongs to the set of integer, it will be 0. Since if it will be an integer value, so let us take 1 plus of -1, that is 1 plus of -1. Now there will be 1 minus 1. So it will be 0. Right? And similarly, you can take other examples to verify this first part, that is -1 for x does not belongs to the set of integer. Now, another one is its subtraction. This is number 1, and let us discuss this number 2. So number 2 is box x minus of minus box x. So this value is given by either it will be 2 box x plus 1 for x does not belongs to the set of integer, and 2 box x for x belongs to the set of integer. This is your homework. Take any integer value and non-integer value, or you can take any real number and check this two possibilities. Okay, so this is your homework to check or to verify this property, that is box x minus of minus box x should be given by this one. Okay, so let us move to the next one, that is smallest integer function. What do you mean by smallest integer function? So let us take its first definition. What is the definition? The function f from R to R is defined by this symbol, that is, we will use this third bracket except this lower portion. So we will define this function by that symbol, and we will call this function is the smallest integer function. Okay, and this is the graph of it. So x, this is x dash, this is y, this is 0, and this is y dash. This point is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is -1, -2, and so on. Now what do you mean by this symbol, this x? What do you mean by this one? This is the smallest integer greater than or equal to x. This sign means smallest integer greater than or equal to x. Okay, if x is an integer value, so it will take the same value, that is this 1 is 1 only. Look at here by the graph. You can easily say that if it is 0, it will take this value 0. And if it is not an integer value, so it will take the smallest integer greater than it. Okay, so after 0, it will take all the values as 1. After 1, it will take all the values as 2. So like that, it will go on. So if we want to verify with some examples, so you can take this is 5.7. This is not an integer value, so it will take just after it, just smallest integer just greater than it. So it will be 6. Okay. So let us take minus 7.2. So it will be minus 7. Okay, same as the previous, it has some properties, that is, you can discuss these two properties, that is addition and the subtraction, that is the smallest integer function, this plus minus of x. So this value is given by either it will be 1 for x does not belongs to the set of integer, and it will be 0 for x belongs to the set of integer. And same for the greatest integer value. Another one is this x minus x. So this value also given by 2, this function, minus 1 for x does not belongs to the set of integer, and this will be 2, this function, if x is belongs to the set of integer. Okay, your homework is to verify these two properties. Take any integer value and non-integer value and verify these two properties. Okay, so moving to the next function, that is fractional part of the function. Now by the name you can easily understood what you mean by this function. So here it is, definition is given by the function. Definitely this is a real valued function, and we define this function within the second bracket, that is second bracket of x is equals to fx. We call this is the fractional part of the function. Now what do you mean by the fractional part? If we take this 3.45, so the fractional part of this is 0.45. So only we will write down the fractional part. So if we want to define this function in the form of box x, so how could we define this one? We can define this function as second bracket of x is given by x minus box x. Okay, for all x belongs to this R. So if we want to draw its graph, so it will look like that. You can take the numbers and you can check for, so it will take all the numbers in between. There's 1 to 2. So look at here. But at 2, it will take 0. So here. But after 2, it will take all the values. Again at 3, it will take 0. Right? Since if we write down 3 means 3.00. So the fractional part we will write as what? What is the fractional part? The fractional part is 0. Clear? So this is the fractional part function, and we will define this function by second bracket of x. This last three functions are very, very important. Sometimes it's given inside any problem and they not maybe mention what is this function. You have to remember within the second bracket x means it's a fractional part, and third bracket or box x means it's the greatest integer function, and this sign, if we write this one, means it's a smallest integer function. So these are some few types of functions, and next day we will talk about some properties of function and more types of functions. Okay, so read these theories and definitions and just check out its graphs, and if any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Thank you.